Good morning, YouTube, and thanks for coming back to watch another video, guys. Um, so we're starting to get into the slower season, and I've been thinking of like alternative ways to, you know, keep the days filled and busy and keep making money on the slow parts of the day or the slow parts of the week. So I've been thinking about cutting firewood and selling firewood. But the going rate is about 200 bucks a cord here. And I haven't really worked all the numbers yet, but basically I feel like it's going to be about 50 bucks in fuel. A whole lot of labor. It's probably going to take, I want to say, 6 to 8 hour a day. It's me going all day long between driving time and splitting and stacking in the truck. So I don't know. I figure it'll be about 150 bucks for 6 to 8 hours of work, which is I don't know. That's like a working income. But I don't know, the way I see it, guys. Everything business-wise is caught up, other than organizing crap and promoting. I don't really want to go canvassing. I feel like my company is well known enough that I don't need to be doing that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking of giving it a shot, guys. I put an ad up just to kind of. I did a little bit of market research on it. I went and seen what it's going for in town. Pretty well, every single person out there that's doing it is 200 bucks a cord delivered. So yeah, I posted an ad just to kind of get an idea as part of my market research about 3 days ago, and I've already got 3 hits on it. So potentially could have made $600 already, minus 150 for fuel, I'd like to say, and chain. Let's just say for 3 loads, I want to say 3 cords. I would probably like to account for burning through a chain, and I want to say, yeah, I think 50 bucks a load would be fair to say. I want to say it's 45 minutes out, 45 minutes in, and then chain, fuel, bar oil, lunch for the day, that kind of stuff. I'd say that should all be in about 50 bucks a day. So I think 3 days would be fair to call it 150 expenses, guys. Between fuel, getting lunch, and then just basic wear and tear on the saw, the chains, all that crap. I think that should cover it. So for 3 full days of work, and that's if I manage to get it logistically set up with the customer where I could head out in the morning, cut, load, make it to the customer's house and unload all in the same day. That'd be 600 bucks minus 150. So we're looking at $450 in 3 solid days if it's logistically sorted out perfectly so that I could do a full load, headed out dry and empty, headed back full, and dropped off, delivered, and emptied, and then ready for an empty load to start it all over the next day. So to be fair and honest, especially because I haven't dabbled into this market yet and haven't done it before, I want to say with the market research I've done and the response I've got, it'd be safe to say I could probably pull off 3 loads a week. So I'm not going to estimate or do any numbers beyond that until I see it. So with that being said, $450 a week, guys, that's $1,800 in an entire month. It's not a lot. It's not something I would probably head into. But yeah, I did a little market research. It seems like it would definitely be worth filling the slow days on. It would, rather than being out spending money and not making money on those days, I could be out in the forest, cutting trees down, doing what I love, and pulling in an extra 150 bucks every day that I'm down or whatever, you know what I mean? And yeah, this will kind of just be a test, a market test. I'm not jumping into this expecting to make a living off it or by any means get rid of my tree business and move into this, but I think it would be fun to dabble in and see where it goes. And if it does end up working out, we could do what we did with the tree company, and just slowly make it more and more efficient. And the more efficient you get, the more profit you make. Right now, I'd be running out of a truck just by myself, splitting with an axe. Whereas, if things go good and we get the sales volume coming in, that would create the proper demand for it. We get a trailer where now we're moving 2 cords each load, so now we just doubled our volume logistically. Every load we go out and do would be doubled, so logistically you could increase by 100% and double your volume you're moving. And then as far as splitting, you could dramatically, you could probably 300 triple your splitting time if you invested in a cutter. And then, so right now, alright, before we get too deep into that, I'll just quickly say, right now I'm restrained because I only have the one work truck too. Right now, well, I have 2 work trucks, but one with sidewalls and one that could actually be capable of doing the firework business. So with that being said, I still have to use that truck for tree removals. So basically right now I'm limited to, if I get an order placed, I can tell them I'll have it to you tomorrow night, or in 2 days from now. Basically I'll get the order placed, say today, go out, cut all that wood down, split it all, load it in the truck, come back to town, hopefully unload it that same day like I was saying, so it would be logistically practical. But if not, basically I have to get an order, go fill it the next day, hopefully drop it off that same day, and then be ready with an empty truck to either go get another order and bang it off and do all that to fill the order, and then have a dry truck again for tree removals. So basically I'm stuck to 1 cord at a time, 1 load, 1 order at a time, because I got no yard, guys. I got no yard to store it. So alright, so back to where things could blow up if it goes good. So that's where I'm stuck at. I can only do 1 load at a time, fill 1 order at a time, and I can't really go pre-cut any orders before any are placed, because then I have a truck sitting there full. If I get a call for removal, I'm going to be pretty screwed. I pretty much got to toss all that wood that I just spent all day grabbing or whatever, figure out a place for it, unload it all, go do the tree, load it all back up. It's gonna be a pain, and it's gonna make things way more labor intensive and really, really start to draw back and hinder on the profit margins. So yeah, anyway, if we were to go further on it, you get a truck trailer, so you could have a cord in the truck, 2 cords in the trailer. Now you're moving 3 cords if you can do that, or get a 1 cord trailer, fill your truck, then you're looking at 2 cords. So you're either doubled or tripled on your volume you're bringing in, and you get that get the splitter, hire an extra guy, because if we're gonna be filling 2 to 3 cords on an order, that would now it's worth bringing a guy in, because we're not just spending a bunch of driving time getting 1 lousy cord. If we're getting 2 or 3 cords, the driving time to the work time ratio would dramatically increase. Rather than an hour and a half driving and 2 hours work, or 2.5 hours work, I'm paying out 50 to 60% of that weight, or yeah, about 40% of that labor was eaten up driving the truck, so that'd be pointless. Whereas a couple cords, if we're gonna be out all day, 8 hours, 10-hour day, now it's worth my time to hire a guy and bring him. And then yeah, so now we got the splitting done easy, we got logistics taken care of, we can haul lots, we can split tons, and the yard is the biggest part, guys. Now we can start stockpiling and storing. Don't need to worry about keeping the truck dry. It'll never be an issue. Basically, just when days are slow, start stockpiling that yard. When orders happen, fill up a load, drop it off, you're back dry again. You got more inventory to sell, and now you're not dealing with that shitty scenario that I'm in right now, where you're taking an order, filling it, and then getting dry again, and you can't even go out and get more until you have another order placed, which really sucks, guys. Because this time of year, you never know. You could get an order today, and tomorrow it snows a foot, and that's going to be hell. Trying to find dry wood in the snow and deal with all of that, and it could be hell. Whereas if you got a yard, you can haul, even if you don't have the trailer, even if you don't have the splitter, just having a yard would be huge. Just getting a hold of a little commercial space or something. Talking if you went big time with it. But yeah, being able to stockpile, that's going to be the biggest one, guys. So I'm going to do a little trial run, see how this goes. I'll keep you guys on track with it. Like I said, I got 3 pre-orders. One of them's too far. I'm not even going to bother with it. The other guy wants 2. He's pretty close. I already told him the situation, how we're only doing a load at a time right now, and he said he's fine with that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going to try and go up tomorrow, see if I can get a load and get back a hold of him, because I told him I'll get a hold of him when I know. He said he might be looking into other buyers because he kind of wants it right away. He's running on electric heat. But yeah, guys, so let's give this its trial run. I'll keep you guys posted, let you know how it works, let you know if we're above or below that profit margin that we were thinking, about a 150 per cord. I already know the hourly breakdown is going to be crap on it, guys, but like I said, I could be sitting at home. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be sitting at home doing nothing. I'd be trying to think of other ways to provide services and receive money. But yeah, we got one figured, so let's roll with it. Because right now that brings money in, and why sit around trying to think of other ways to make money when we got one figured? So if I'm not going to be cutting down trees for removals, I'm going to be cutting up trees for firewood. So whatever, guys, you know, obviously tree removals, you're making 500 to $1,000 a day in profit. It's going to be quite the cut on your earnings, but we're talking about days that we're not working anyway, right? You weren't going to be working that day. It's not like you're turning down a $500 removal to go make $150 cutting firewood. You know what I mean? It's like I was going to spend money that day or not make any and sit around and, you know, you probably get some stuff done, clean the house, organize some tools, maybe work on some marketing, do a few things. But this right now, guys, makes money, so I'm doing it. I feel like I'm keep everything else caught up. Like I said, you guys have seen I've been working on the house. We've really been coming along with it. But I was starting to spend too much time on that, and you got to balance everything, guys. Business, exercise, you got to balance your house, all that crap, diet, everything's balanced. You can't focus too much on one thing, guys. I got a little over focused on the house, lost focus on the company. That's why we're slowing down now. I mean, it's winter too, we are slowing down, but house is getting there, guys. Time to get back on track. I've been pushing a little marketing for the removal biz, but yeah, I want to take an extra step into this firewood season because there's a high demand for firewood in the winter, and there's a very low demand for trimming. So I'm thinking do the firewood in the high demand and do the trimming in the high demand, and hopefully we'll keep ourselves busy all year. And if this firewood thing takes off, maybe we'll have a second business plan, guys. It'd be nice. It's a really easy company to staff. It would be really easy to staff. It's not like you gotta find a guy that can climb a tree and take it down without dropping it through someone's house. You know, that's a little more risky, a little more sketchy to want to trust a new guy on. But bringing some guys up in the bush, letting them buck firewood, throwing some guys in the yard, letting them run a friggin' why can't I figure this out, boys? What's going on? Friggin' goddamn log splitter. Anyway, alright. So you guys can have a guy running a log splitter, easily have a guy going up in the bush, bringing loads back. You can even pay him piecework, even pay him piecework, whatever, it doesn't matter. That's payment wise, it doesn't matter. The whole point is running a crew, setting a crew up, extremely easy, guys. It's not hard to train a couple guys to go in the bush, grab a load of wood for you, throw them whatever you guys come up with, or even an hourly wage. The whole point is the positions are easy to manage. You know, one guy's running a log splitter, one guy's bucking firewood. It's pretty simple, basic stuff, guys. And then all you're doing is you're dealing with sales. Personally, I love splitting firewood. I love getting firewood. I've been doing it since I was a kid to heat the house. Not currently, but I've been doing it for my whole life. So I actually enjoy it. I enjoy getting in the bush. But anyway, whole point is, guys, because it's already a 16-minute video, the tree company is really tough to get running on its own with employees. I pretty much always end up wanting to climb the trees myself. Way tougher to staff and get things to the point where you can trust all of your employees on their own. But cutting firewood, guys, you could hire some teenagers to do it. Who cares? They're not gonna drop a piece of firewood through someone's house and cost you $50,000 or a huge insurance claim. You know, it's not gonna be 50 grand if you're insured. It's gonna be your deductible, but still hurts the company name. It's just a huge mess. It's a gong show, guys, and that's why it's so hard to